All right, so going through your machine, I'm just gonna go through this and talk to you. This is the bobbin stop. We use this right here, going back and forth. This is the bobbin spindle. This is how we thread the machine. I'll show you that in a different time. This is the spool pin right here. This is thread. This is the spool cap. Okay, over here is it is the thread guide for bobbin winding. Actually, we use this right here, this little circle. And then this right here is basically just it's just a guide to then bring this down. You bring this down here. This is the thread take-up lever right here. When you turn the hand wheel on the side, always turn the hand wheel towards you. That'll bring that take-up lever into the upper and lower position, so you can hand sew if you want to, just by cranking it. This is the stitch width. The higher the number, the actual like farther away the stitch goes this way. This is the stitch type. So right here we have numbers 1 through 8, and there's your numbers 1 through 8. These are your stitch types right here. And this should always be at 0 for a straight stitch. When we get into zigzagging, you'll use different settings. So if you were to zigzag, you would use number 2, and you would, you know, depending on how big a zigzag, you would just raise your number. And then down here is your stitch length. I always like to leave this at 2.5. We leave this at 1 because that's a plain stitch. Down here is your reverse, your locking mechanism for reverse stitching. This is your thread tension dial. The numbers generally, like the lower they go, the looser it is, the higher the number, and I believe they go up to 10. The higher the numbers, that's why I have it at 5. The higher the number, the more, the tighter the tension, meaning, say if you have a chiffon, you're going to go for a really loose number, like a lower number. If you're stitching a, I don't know, like a tight knit, you would go with a higher number. This is the bobbin holder right here. This right here, this whole thing is the throat plate. These are called feed dogs right here, these little ridges that come up. This is the presser foot. The presser foot lever to bring that up and down is right here. I wonder if you can see that. There it is. It's lowered now. And it goes, when you bring it up, the presser foot comes up. When you, let me turn this on so you can see better. When you bring it down, it's going to bring that presser foot down. So that lever is right here behind the machine. You can look over here and see it hanging out right there. Okay, this is your bobbin case cover that comes out like that. This is your, don't lose that. This is your actual bobbin case, plain old bobbin. What else? This is a thumb screw. This just holds the whole mechanism right here together. This is how you change a needle, by using this needle clamp screw right here. This right here is the threading machine part, and then over here behind that there's another thing. This is a buttonhole lever. I believe that's the most of the parts. Let's make sure we put this back on. Of course, the on-off switch is on the right side of the machine, as is the power cord. We call this is your sewing pedal. On-off switch is right there, and the power outlet is right there. That needs to get plugged in.